Well, even with all the buildings along the Las Vegas Strip and all the action here, this is one of the city's biggest attractions. Allegiant Stadium opened back in 2020. Straight ahead, a clash to decide the AFC's representative in the Super Bowl, and it should be a great one, as it'll be the New York Jets taking on the Las Vegas Raiders. The winner here goes to the Super Bowl, and we'll know soon enough which team that'll be as we are underway in the AFC title game. A good-looking return set up here. And a pretty slick return there. Almost got it to the 45. Officially, they'll call it down at the 44.
In the course of the game, we focus on the offense and the defense, and we give lip service to the special teams. It's way bigger than that. The third phase of any football team, and special teams provided the spark to begin this game.
And they'll run with the former LSU Tiger. And a good run here as he'll rumble all the way down to the 40-yard line. That play going for 16 yards to start the drive. First down.
It's been a long season, but he still looks fresh running the football. He knows his guys are one game away from a Super Bowl, so he's going to give it all he's got. And that's a heck of a run right there.
And that is incomplete.
No surprise at all. They're looking for the big man early in this one. The only surprise for them, he couldn't hang on to the pass.
2nd and 10. The play action fake. They'll look to throw. And a quick throw here. That's complete. And they're able to get this one past the 30 down to the 25. Given 15 yards on that one, and the Jets move the chains. That early game script that they drew up is working pretty well here on this first drive. Already in field goal range, Charles knocking on the door of the red zone.
You know, Brandon, when we met with the coaching staff, they kind of predicted that they would come out firing like this. I think you and I were a little skeptical that it'd be this easy, but they certainly knew what they were doing in scouting, in preparation, and understanding what their team was capable of.
It's caught. Touchdown, Jets. A 24-yard touchdown. And the Jets are on the board first here in this AFC Championship game. Forget about the storylines of being intimidated in the playoffs on the road. I mean, that was pretty clinical right there.
Yeah, they didn't treat it like it was a playoff game in January, did they?
No.
That felt much more like, hey, we're back in August, running a few drills in the practice field. They seem unaffected by what they're facing in this one.
The extra point splits the uprights, and it's now a 7-0 game.
Raiders nothing.
Kickoff team on the field now as they will send this one away. And he returns this to the 22.
At their own 22-yard line.
Looking to put a drive together.
Down. Ready.
They'll come out throwing here to start the drive. Throwing the out route incomplete. It's Bowers. And he'll be out of bounds right at the 40. The catch and run good for 18 and a first down.
His position, and he's listed as a tight end, but he certainly doesn't run like one, and that's what we're seeing more and more coming into the league. Those guys who can run, make plays after the catch, and gain that additional yardage.
And using that speed there to turn it into a pretty nice little game. Working downfield, he's got Thornton. And out of bounds on the other side of midfield at the 45. So in Jet territory now. Here's 1st and 10 at the 45-yard line. Now a run here off the RPO. He'll keep it. And he'll go out of bounds after taking it a little further down inside the 40. He'll wind up getting 9 after tucking it and running, so it'll leave him with 2nd and a yard.
Ready.
Now the first carry here for the running back. And nothing doing. He's immediately taken down at the line of scrimmage. That backs him up 1 yard and brings up 3rd down.
Set. Flight 60 red.
Now they'll throw here out of the gun. And this is caught inside the 5. And he's in. Touchdown, Raiders. Dante Thornton, 36 yards. And the Raiders are able to match the opening drive touchdown against them with one of their own. Extra point by York is up and good. And we are tied at 7. Each team's had it. Each team has scored. 7-7 here as the kick's away. And this will not be returnable. It's out of the back of the end zone for a touchback.
Their own 35-yard line.
Good starting position for the Jets as they come up 1st and 10 at their 35-yard line. They'll start this drive out on the ground. And he's across the 40, 3 extra yards to the 43. A good run there on 1st down, and it'll leave him with a 2nd and 2.
Next receivers have spread the defense out. They were able to come through with a slashing run.
But to that point, it's going to be interesting to see the personnel chess match as this one progresses.
Yeah, you're exactly right. Can they continue to create running lanes out of passing sets? And if so, it's going to be a long day for the defense.
And he'll get it into enemy territory just across midfield at the 49. That will be the 1st down pickup of 8. And that looked like some pretty easy yardage there right up the gut.
And he's a guy that has some height to him. So when you don't have to drop a shoulder or create or get through contact or trash, it makes it a lot easier to stay upright, see the field, and make a run as we just saw there.
He's going to wind up and air it out. And incomplete on the deep ball.
They decided the opportunity was there and launched a deep ball, but he was unable to get away from the defender, couldn't create space, couldn't uncover at the end of the route, and that one winds up incomplete.
In motion, the tight end. And 2nd and 10, he'll look to throw again. And he'll be hit as he releases it, and that'll fall incomplete.
The good signal callers would never go back in the huddle and play the blame game because they need those guys to protect him. But on that last one, his offensive line, they lost their leverage very quickly, and that's why they were able to get to him and hit him as he tried to throw the football and force an incompletion.
On 3rd down, he'll drop to throw. Oh, the ball comes out on the hit, but they'll say it's incomplete.
Intended for number 8.
Putting pressure on the guy throwing the football is always good, but when you can couple that with contact on him that leads to an incompletion, as we just saw there, that's winning football.
On 4th down, the punt team is on as this is sent away. And he couldn't get it to check up. That kicks all the way into the end zone for a touchback.
At their own 20-yard line.
The Las Vegas offense ready to start this next drive.
Let's go now.
For this offense, Charles, remember the last time they were out here, marched it nearly the full length of the football field, and a lot of the attack went through the air, so now we're seeing if they can duplicate that performance.
Okay, if I show my age a little bit, partner, because I can hear my high school coach, John Ford. I can hear his voice in my head. Laddie, when you put the ball in the air, 3 things can happen, and 2 of them are bad. For the way the game's being played now, this is just part of what they do, so I don't think they should change anything at all. They've been dominant. Keep throwing it around.
The result, only 4 yards there on the play. And it'll be 2nd down.
Well, offensively, that's the mismatch that you want. You want to force a linebacker to try and cover your back out of the backfield, out in some open space. But linebackers nowadays, they run like backs, and they take a lot of pride in covering. What a nice play he made there in the open field.
And that's going to be another 1st down as the tackle made at the Jets' 39. A gain of 18 and a new set of downs. So in Jet territory now. Here's 1st and 10 at the 39-yard line. Throwing the out route, incomplete. It's Bowers. And they'll wind up getting this one all the way down inside the 20. A good pickup there, 21 yards. So from inside the 20, here's 1st and 10 at the 18. Hands it off out of the gun. And he is met at the line of scrimmage, and he goes down right there. Just a yard on the 1st down carry, so it's 2nd and 9. 7-7, our score after 1. Second quarter from Vegas, the homestanding Raiders with a football here, as they're looking at a 2nd down and 9 to go.
Ready, ready.
Here's a play fake as they set up to throw. Toward the end zone, but that's going to wind up incomplete.
We know it's not an easy job to go out and catch passes when people are trying to tackle you and knock the ball away. But the bottom line is, that's a pass he's got to have and a pass he should have caught.
Now play number 7 of this drive, but it's a tough 3rd and 9. And they'll run on the inside handoff. And the tackle made at the 13. He is well short of the 1st. Call it a gain of 5. 4th down now. Decided to hand it off that time on the run-pass option.
Appeared to be an easy decision. Just gave it inside. Nice steady gain.
They'll set up to throw. He'll try to do it himself. And it's incomplete. They cannot convert, and they turn it over. The Raiders try it on 4th down, but to no avail. And that will force a turnover on downs. Jets offense coming up now to start their next drive. The last series for them, a little disappointing, forced a punt. And now they'll try to do better here and come away with some points as they begin this drive. 1st and 10. He was unable to shake free there. They'll cover him for a loss of a yard.
Made the quick throw there outside the numbers, and you can feel the thought process. They just wanted to get in his hands and let him make a play. But how about the job they did defensively to keep him bottled up? Instead, they tackle him for a loss.
And he's got his man in stride, complete. And he works it across the 25 before being tackled. 14 yards is the pickup there at a Jet 1st down.
26-yard line.
Off the play fake, he'll look to throw. He's got a man, complete. And he'll be out of bounds just shy of the 40. Give him 32 on the play. 2 minutes gone by, 2nd quarter. They'll send the big tight end in motion right. They'll look to throw again. And he's got his big tight end here. And he's out of bounds. Almost gets to the 10. It'll go as an impressive 31-yard gain.
1st down, New York.
From the gun, he'll hand this off. And running room hard to come by here. He gets it down to the 8. 3 yards on the pickup there, and it'll be 2nd down.
That call makes sense because they've been throwing it well on this drive, and once again they show passing formation, showing the shotgun. Then they ran out of it. That's a nice play by them defensively, though, to hold it to a short gain.
The 2nd and 7 with our score tied at 7, but they're planning to change that soon. Only question, will they get 3 or 6 out of it? And he'll be brought down right on the edge of the goal line at about the 1-yard line. A gain of 3 last play. This time they double it and pick up 6. This will be play number 7 on the drive. 3rd and a yard. Hall want to give up the middle. But he's into the end zone. Touchdown, Jets. Breece Hall punching it in from a yard away. And the Jets have taken the lead. No, he missed the PAT. No good on the extra point, so a letdown there. And this will stay a 6-point ball game. Now he's back out there to boom this one away, maybe with some frustration after the PAT miss. And that is over the back line of the end zone. It's a touchback, and they'll bring this out to the 30. The offense for Las Vegas about set to begin the drive. They'll come out throwing here on first down. That went out wide and intercepted. And they take possession 2 yards away from midfield at the 48-yard line. He's continuing to be a big presence defensively. Remember last week, AFC Defensive Player of the Week, and a big pick right there.
And when you pile up big numbers, it gets everyone's attention. But sometimes the number just needs to be, how many game-changing plays did you make? Did you take the ball away from the other team? He just did that, trying to win the award again this week.
Not liking the look. They'll change the play. He's going to sling this deep downfield. Man, it's caught at the 6-yard line. And he just falls short down at the 1-yard line. After the big play, a chance to finish now on first and goal. Oh, how about this on first and goal? And he's going to take it in for a Jets touchdown. It's a 1-yard touchdown run. And the Jets are able to strike quickly to add on to their lead. Point after try forthcoming. He missed one earlier, remember, but this time he gets it to go.
Jets 20, Raiders 7.
The kickoff unit is out on the field, and they will send this one away. And that one not returnable, not by a long stretch, over the back line of the end zone, so that's going to be spotted up at the 35-yard line.
Okay, ready?
The Raider offense set to get this drive started. And for this offense, Charles, you got to think kind of crucial here to put something together on this drive, because remember last time out they threw the interception on the very first play.
And you can't afford to let this defense keep building any more momentum. They're playing awfully well, and they're awfully confident right now. To me, it's time to attack and take some of that momentum back. But make sure you're selective in doing so. Understand where you want to throw the football, and make sure it's open before the ball leaves your hands.
Oh, this one incomplete. The pressure got to him as he released it. And it's second down. Some of the fans here don't seem too happy about what we've seen in this first half.
No, not at all, and I understand why. They've looked lethargic, out of sync, and this shows on the scoreboard.
This is Smith to the ground. And they will get him down, but not before he gets very good yardage there, as that will lead us right into the 2-minute warning.
Ready, ready.
Again, he'll drop the throw. Firing quickly here, and that's complete. And he will reach the 8-yard line before going out. 11 more on that one, and another first down.
The 8-yard line.
Here we go. 50, ready.
Back to throw again. He's into the secondary. Touchdown, Raiders! A 7-yard touchdown grab. And the Raiders have got it back to within a score. Extra point by York is up and good. And the lead will shrink to 6.
Raiders 14.
On is the Raider kickoff unit now, as they will send this one away. And that one not returnable. It's over the back line to the end zone, so that's going to be spotted up at the 30-yard line. Jets offense coming up now to start their next drive. They'll start on the ground here on first down. And he'll manage to pick up about 4 at second down.
Brandon, 5 yards on that run. Let's get back to the huddle and make sure you're back. You spend time with your offensive line and give them credit. Hard to move those 300-plus pounders at the line of scrimmage, and they did for a significant chunk of yardage.
Second and 5. And down he goes. Brought down a Raiders sack. The Jets are going to use the first of their timeouts as they'll talk it over here before what will be an important third down. Facing some long odds here if they hope to convert as they're well behind the original line of scrimmage. Now on third and long, they'll look to throw. And he'll be taken down, but not before they reach the 50. That was no 3rd and 2. That was 3rd and 16, but they get the conversion anyway.
First and 10 at the 50-yard line.
And they'll send the tight end in motion here. From the midfield strike, they'll look to throw. And he's able to take it across midfield before going out of bounds. So 5 yards here, 5 on the play. And that'll bring up second down.
Brings up second and 5.
They'll drop to throw. Rifles one, that's going to be intercepted. And the Raiders are going to take over once again with a football at their own 20-yard line. The Las Vegas offense ready to start this next drive. A slim deficit here in a one-possession game. Not much time left, obviously. We'll see if they can march this down the field, at least get 3 and take some momentum into the locker room. Here's a second and 5 now from the 25.
Second and 5.
Looking to throw. And that will be incomplete with a clock showing 18 seconds now to go. And he's certainly not a guy that drops that football very often.
Indeed, because that's a bit of a surprise. I know he's in the middle of some traffic and people, bodies all around him, but he usually has the focus to haul that one in. That could be the stop this defense needed to get them back on track. They've been pretty well dissected by the offense here in the first half. After that possession, now they know that they can compete with this offense.
Well, the offense failed earlier on the previous crack at this, but they're going again on 4th down.
Black, 95, set.
They're indeed going for it as they look to throw. Over the middle, complete. It's Thornton. Now a timeout taken. Perhaps a chance for one more quick play and then another timeout if they hurry. We'll see. Ball up to the 35 now as they come up on 1st and 10. And that is incomplete, stopping the clock with 5 seconds to go.
Well, the great coach said football is really a simple game. Rush theirs, protect yours. And he's talking about those guys throwing the football. In this situation, the rush one, hitting the quarterback and forcing him into an incompletion.
Down. Black shot.
They'll throw now on the final play. That's into the hands of his tight end, Bowers. And we're going to get a timeout with 2 seconds remaining in the second quarter. So with 2 ticks left here in the half, on is the field goal unit.
A 61-yard attempt.
York able to send this one through. So 2 quarters down, 2 remain. Charles and I return after the break.
Why you all in my face? Taking up all of my space. You should get out of my way. You should get out of my way.
One more half to decide who takes home the Lamar Hunt Trophy as we're back underway in this AFC Championship. And he'll give it up past the 20 to about the 22. offense for Las Vegas about set to begin the drive. And they have work to do in this second half if they want to earn that berth to the Super Bowl.
And I'm pretty sure this is where their coaches at halftime were saying don't panic, and then demonstrating it by not making a lot of drastic changes to the game plan. Let's just get back to doing what we've been doing all year long. That should be more than good enough.
Ready. Blue strike. Ready.
Here's 2nd and 8. Pass complete right side to Bowers. He's up to 70 yards receiving now as that last catch gets him a first down. Now back to throw. Pass right side caught by Thornton. And he'll be stopped right at midfield. It's a first down, his 4th catch of the game after having 3 in the first half.
Partner, that's excellent timing right there. Breaking off the route and being able to hit it right when he stops.
Drill green. Here we go. Set, go.
They'll stick with the passing game as he looks to throw. And it's intercepted. Past the 20. And he brings this one back. It's a pick 6 and a jet touchdown. Well, CD, we have seen it many times throughout the course of the season. This defense coming up large and snagging a big takeaway. But here they get not just the takeaway, 6 points as well.
And you just knew that for this team to advance, they had to get a big performance from this unit. And to this point, they've delivered.
Raiders 17.
So they'll get another shot on offense following that pick 6. And now the kick is away. And this one definitely not in the landing zone. In fact, it's over the back line of the end zone. So this ball will come out to the 30 now. The Raider offense set to get this drive started.
Here we go. Here we go. Hut.
After the pick 6, they go right back to the air. That one complete down the field to Smith. And he'll cross over out of bounds right at the 25.
Gain of 40. And the Las Vegas first down.
Ball red.
1st and 10 at the 25-yard line.
Set.
Back to throw now on 1st down. And that is incomplete. He couldn't hold on through the contact. Brings up 2nd down.
This is certainly a team that has proven it likes to target its backs through the air and defensively. They were aware of that and certainly were prepared on that throw.
Ready.
On play action, they'll throw. And out of bounds right around the 20. They'll end up getting 5 out of that, but now they're looking at 3rd down.
I did like his decision-making there to make sure they picked up something instead of forcing a throw. Now they've got more manageable play coming up to try and pick up the 1st down. And don't rule out the possibility that he just keeps it and runs again.
Touchdown! Brock Bowers, a 20-yard touchdown. And the Raiders are back within a score.
The big fella was the recipient there for that touchdown pass, and it seems like more and more the tight end is the guy you have to worry about most in the passing game.
Extra point by York is up and good. And the lead is down to a field goal.
Raiders 24.
On is the Raider kickoff unit now as they will send this one away. And this one definitely not in the landing zone. In fact, it's over the back line. So this is going to come out to the 35. The New York offense taking over for their next possession. Pretty important 3rd quarter drive for them. Momentum has sort of shifted the other direction after that last touchdown as they nurse this small lead. Going down the middle, and it's complete. And he has a big gain inside the 40 before being dropped. A good pickup there, 26 yards. So here's a 1st and 10 now in Raider territory at the 39-yard line. From the shotgun now, here's an inside give. Calling a gain of 4 on 1st, and that'll make it 2nd down.
A gain of 4. It's now 2nd and 6.
a handoff out of the gun.
And he stopped immediately there. No gain on the play there, so they're left with a 3rd down and 6.
As usual, the hallmark of a good run defense. Linebackers making plays near the line of scrimmage. Absolutely nowhere to run there.
They're going to look to throw. And that nearly the pick that they needed. He couldn't pull it in, though, and it's 4th down.
How about this defense? They came up with a couple big plays in this sequence, and none better than the one right there, forcing the incompletion and bringing up 4th down.
So they're going to come to the line here, and it appears trying to go for it on 4th. In motion goes the tight end. Now whistles, and the Raiders are going to signal for a timeout. It's just their first, so 2 remaining as they burn one here in this 3rd quarter. They'll look to throw here. And he is caught. And he's going to take it in for a Jets touchdown. A great effort there. 34 yards. And the Jets take the chance on 4th and goal, and it pays off with 6. Now the extra point try forthcoming. And his guys will take a 10-point lead.
Makes the score Jets 34.
Cosmetics. How many hands I gotta take to level my aesthetics? Hurry up and get your muscle up. We got the plyometric. Ran about the Lux Mesa up the highest metric. The city just made it sweet with the diabetic. They mouth get full of deceit. Let these cowards tell it. Walking New Orleans with the etiquette, the LA yelling.
Out is the kickoff unit as they run up and send this one away. And able to get this across the 20, but not much further as he's dropped it to 23-yard line. The Las Vegas offense ready to start this next drive. A strong showing their last time out. They scored the touchdown, but Charles, they look up and they're still down double digits, so you feel like just to keep pace, this drive probably needs to end in the end zone as well.
Yeah, I think the best move for them is to not worry about how far they are down on the scoreboard, but to just remember the last drive and how it ended. Go ahead and try and repeat that. Then you can look at the scoreboard and see where this game is.
That's caught on the right side at Smith. And they'll get this well past midfield before being stopped just before the 35. Another first down there as this one goes for 25.
Time to give some credit to the big fellows, the offensive line here, because you've got to have good protection on crossing routes, because you've got to give your receiver time to work all the way across the field.
And he's going to be intercepted a 3rd time. And the Jets are going to take over once again with the football at their own 20-yard line. Jets offense coming up now to start their next drive. They have played so strongly. You look at the scoreboard, you probably, with the way they played, you would think the margin would be way bigger, right?
You would, and in your experience, how many times have we run into coaches where they've talked about, hey, we just want to put it in the hands of our defense and have them win the game? In this case,
not the case.
Not at all. You want to put it in the hands of your offense, but you always feel better about saying defense because you think defense is a constant and offense kind of comes and goes. Today, this game, no, they need their offense to stay on a really hot level.
They've been hot so far.
He did a fine job there of not hitting him before the ball arrived, and I've got to tell you, you can often mistime that play because of the angles of approach. When you're going to get him, sometimes you panic as well and think, I've got to be there right now. Instead, in this case, timed it perfectly and knocked it free.
He's going to let this one go deep. Oh, this is taken in. It's complete. And they finally get him down, but not before he reaches the 34.
Well, this game has certainly had no shortage of offense. Both teams have been revved up from the start. And here's yet another big play. Boy, both defenses have just got to be dragging out there because they've been run ragged throughout.
So here's a 1st and 10 now in Raider territory at the 34. From the gun, they'll try to run it. And a short gain down to about the 33. Give them maybe a yard. Quite the opposite from the previous big gainer.
A gain of a yard brings up 2nd and 9.
One quarter remains until we crown the AFC champion. This is the National Football League on EA Sports. Back now in Las Vegas. Welcome back, everybody. It's Jet football as they've got the lead here, and we get set to begin quarter number 4. Ball at the 33, 2nd and 9. They'll set up a throw. Looking middle, and that's complete. And he's going to have another 1st down as the tackle comes at the Raiders' 22-yard line.
Partner, I like that they're staying aggressive on offense because, to me, this drive is what is known as a put-away drive. You score here, that might put this one to bed. I like the fact that they're playing with confidence and not playing with fear.
Now a play fake here on 1st down. And this is caught at the end. And he doesn't quite make it, taking it within an eyelash. Dropped at the 1. Back-to-back receptions for him, and it's another 1st down. But normally you might say start running the football. You've got the lead here in the 4th quarter, but the way that they've passed it with such success, I don't know, maybe keep throwing it.
Yeah, I think you brought up something that goes against conventional wisdom, right? In this stage of the game, you would think you would switch to a running attack, but you're exactly right. They've thrown it so well throughout the game, and trusting this quarterback, I think he continued to do so.
Call it no gain, and it's going to be 2nd and goal.
They're right there at the 1. No gain, but don't let that stop you. Line back up and keep going at them. If I'm them, I'm thinking about going at it 4 straight times.
If nothing else, they've already taken a couple minutes off the clock here already as they come up 2nd down. Touchdown, Jets. A great play there. Taking it in. And the Jets are closing in on a Super Bowl berth now as they extend their 4th quarter lead. So the Jet offense staying on the field. They're going to go for 2. They'll look to throw. And this one's caught. And their 4th quarter lead grows by a couple more.
42. Raiders 24.
The Jets kick team out now to boot this one away. And makes it across the 20 as his guys will set up shop at the 23.